Have you got less marks in speaking module? Not too sure what is the issue? You have got higher marks in writing, but other modules are less, and you are not sure what has happened. This video is going to be for you. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain you what could be the issue and how to fix your short speaking, extended speaking, and how to improve marks in listening and reading, because speaking contributes a lot of marks towards reading module and listening module. So guys, stay tuned till the very end, because at the end of the video you will have a solution and a pathway which can help you to get 90 from 10 marks. So stay tuned, and I will be also sharing the unique cheats, tips for you guys, so that you can improve your speaking marks as well. Hello everybody, this is Vishal from Vision Language Experts. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain you about speaking module and how you can improve marks in speaking module and how you can improve marks in other modules such as reading and listening, because as I said, because speaking contribute somewhere around 30 to 32 marks towards your reading module and around 45 marks towards your listening module. So let's start with the very first task of speaking module, which is read aloud. But before that, if you're new to channel, you have not subscribed, make sure that you do that. And if you're facing difficulties in any of the tasks, any of the areas, make sure to put it in the comment section, because I try to reply to every single comment. And if you're facing difficulties in any of the areas, you are taking classes but you're not getting the right answers to the questions, you can put it down over there. I'll try to reply to you. Now let's start with the short speaking. Short speaking gives marks towards majorly two tasks: read aloud and repeat sentence. Let's say if you've got scores which are very less in speaking, but other scores in writing are higher, that means your speaking did not work well, and that could be the reason why your marks in reading and listening are also less. The very first thing you have to do is you have to go to MyPT over there, login, and go to your skills profile. Once you open up your skills profile, have a look whether your short speaking is less or extended speaking is less. If your short speaking is less, that means your read aloud and repeat sentence did not work well. Now, some students might be using one-line strategy or 12 words, but if this bar is full, that means your 12-word strategy did work or one-line strategy did work. Now, let's say if this bar is less, there could be two issues. One could be with your read aloud and one could be with your repeat sentences. So you have to majorly focus on these two tasks to improve your reading scores, listening scores, and speaking scores. Now let's say your read alouds are not working perfectly fine. You need to improve in them. It could be a pitch issue where you are speaking word by word. It could be your fluency issue where you are taking a lot of pauses, or it could be your clarity issues where your content is not recorded properly. If one of the issues are there, focus on solving these issues. And if you're not too sure how to use 12-word strategy, one-line strategy, you can watch this tutorial. Here I have explained in depth how to improve your pitch, how to improve your flow, and how to improve your clarity. Now let's say if your read alouds are not the issue, but it's the repeat sentences, then what you have to do is you have to make sure that you start focusing on this task, especially starting with the fluency. Because a lot of students, what they do is they try to speak in a very slow tone, taking a lot of pauses, because in their mind they are thinking that they have to speak clearly and they're trying to capture all the content. But guys, this is a big mistake. Why? Because if you are not speaking fluently, your marks are not going to come in this task. Even if your content is less, but you're speaking fluently, you will be able to get full marks. So always try to maintain the flow. Let me show you one example so that you understand what is the right approach.
The buildings looked extraordinarily beautiful in the brilliant sunshine of the day.
The building looks sunshine to the day. So if I submit this one, the maximum marks I'm going to get is for the content somewhere around 2 out of 3. But on the other hand, I'm still getting full marks for fluency and almost full marks for pronunciation because I'm not using the microphone. But on the other hand, if you don't even speak these 3 to 4 words in a clear manner and with fluency, you will end up getting maybe 7 or 8 only. So first suggestion is try to remember as many as words you can, and along with that also try to remember that your fluency and pronunciation, they both are getting impacted as well But if you are able to speak them fluently with full clarity, you will get full marks for this portion as well and this portion as well. And at the end, we also got 2 out of 3, which is not bad, just by speaking 4 words. This is what you guys need to remember in the sentences which are lengthier. Don't struggle, don't stop in the middle of the sentence, don't panic, don't hesitate. Maintain your clarity and speak as many as words you can, but in the right sequence, okay? So that you can get partial marking for the content as well. Now let's talk about step number 2, the method number 2, where I will be taking some notes.
There will be no extensions given for this project.
There will be no extensions given for this project. So as you guys could see that I've got 12.8 out of 13. And with all the initial letters over here, I've got entire marks for the content, full marks for fluency, and almost full marks for pronunciation. Now, as you guys could see, I have always maintained my fluency throughout this sentence. And on top of that, I was not hesitating even a single bit. So this is what you need to keep in your mind. Now, after you fix your repeat sentences, your scores will dramatically improve in your listening module as well and speaking module as well. So once you've fixed your short speaking, your marks are going to increase in 3 modules: reading, listening, speaking. So you always have to ensure that your bar for the short speaking is close to the full, so that you always get full marks in all these 3 modules. Now, let's say if you are losing marks in your extended speaking, that means your describe image and retell lecture are not working. Now, what you have to do is first you have to understand, are you using the updated templates? Because I have seen a lot of students who get the templates from their friends or sometimes through online platforms, but they are not even sure if those templates are right or not. So you have to make sure that you're following the most updated template. And if you want to get the right template, you can get it from here. Let's say you have figured out that you're losing marks in describe image. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that in describe image, you need to ensure that your fluency is the topmost parameter. Now, sometimes students speak too fast. If you're speaking too fast, sometimes your voice will not be recorded properly. So that could be one of the issues why you're not getting good marks in describe image. So always make sure that you have enough clarity, you're not rushing too much. You have to maintain a stable tempo, stable pace. So this is really important. On top of that, in describe image, you also have to make sure that the content is covered. Sometimes students only speak 3-4 words. Sometimes students speak only one section. They completely miss the other sections. These are the few things which you might be occurring where you might be losing the marks. So it's really important that you take care of all these parameters. And if you're not too sure which template to use, you can again make sure to follow this tutorial. Here I have not only shared the template, but I have explained in depth how to improve, what areas you need to perform, and I have done it for you guys so that you know how to actually speak and perform describe image task. Let's say you have fixed your describe image, you're losing marks in retell lecture. Same thing you have to do for retell lecture also. First, you have to understand that you're following the most updated template. That's really important. After you have done that, focus on the keywords, the content which you are noting down. Sometimes students make a mistake in noting down the content, the keywords, and that's why they're not able to get good marks in this task. So that's very important that you capture more nouns so that you can get good marks for the content. Then obviously your fluency is very important. Again, you need to maintain one tempo. You cannot be too fast, you cannot be too slow. You have to speak in a certain stable manner. You cannot have a lot of fluctuations in the intonations as well. Now again, if you're losing marks in this task, I have made a tutorial on retell lecture as well. You can watch it over here. Now these 4 tasks will not only improve your marks in speaking, but also in listening and reading. So this will help you to boost up your marks for the speaking module. And from 10 to 90, you can easily jump and you can get your desired bands. Now guys, this is really important that you make sure that you follow all the templates, all the strategies, the way I have explained, and practice them as well. don't just watch them once. Make sure that you practice it a couple of times. You can go to Vision Language Experts portal and practice over there and see it for yourself whether you are getting the marks, whether you are able to use the templates properly, and whether you are able to learn them as well, because these things will really help you to boost up your marks. And at the end, a goal of 90 will be easily available, easily achievable. So this is really important that you follow it as I have explained them. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, make sure to share it with your friends, and also do not forget to subscribe if you're new to our channel. Now, before you go, if you have not watched one of our recent tutorials on Instagram channel, watch it over there. I have explained quick tips that can help you, right, to boost up your marks. Make sure to like if you have got valuable insights from this video, because that's going to motivate me to make such tutorials in the future as well. Thank you guys. Vishal is signing off from VLE. I'll be seeing you in our next tutorial.